that, and then I tell you why you're just gonna go to jail, because you did. So it's hard to answer a question like that. Yeah.
I want to go back to your first example about sitting in your house at 8 o'clock.
About what?
Sitting in your house at 8 o'clock and you
First
watch
scenario with your,
Sitting in, oh, you're watching TV with your favorite AK-47, laughing at Hogan's Heroes, okay?
somebody busts down their front door.
Yeah.
You can't shoot them unless
Well, now this is slushy stuff. Okay, so he said, you're sitting in front of the TV with your AK-47 in your lap, and somebody breaks down your front door. You can't shoot them? Well, here's the deal. You got to convince 12 people who weren't smart enough to get out of jury duty that your life was threatened. That's the bottom line. If he doesn't have any weapon that can cause you grievous bodily harm or death, you know, you're there, you know what you see and what you feel. And the law says reasonable. The reasonable person in this situation. One of the examples I like to give is this. And I won't give you the other side of it, but I'll give you the obvious one. A 5', 90-pound woman walks out of a bar, cuts down an alley to get to her car, and a 6'6", 350-pound guy steps out, grabs her by the throat, goes, "I'm going to rape you and kill you." Did she reach into her purse, pull out a gun, and shoot him? Can you imagine any court not going with that? I mean, come on. It's just going to be duh, right? So sometimes it seems obvious, but then the other side is a 6'6", 350-pound guy comes out of a bar, cuts down the alley, and a 5', 90-pound unarmed woman walks up to him and says, "You screwed over my sister, I'm going to kill you." Can he take out a gun and shoot her? That's going to be a hard sell. That's going to be a hard sell to a jury, unless he knows for a fact that she has a black belt in martial arts, violent temper, and actually has already killed somebody. You see what I'm saying? There is no black and white to this stuff.
The first situation you gave where your wife hears a noise downstairs in the middle of the night, you said throw her off on the other side of the bed on the floor, dial 911, and so on. If that occurred in my house, and I'm thinking I might not have that much time to do all that, and somebody was coming up my bedroom stairs, and I'd say, "I've got a gun, stop." And if they didn't, I'd blow them away.
Okay,
I mean,
buy that.
but the first thing is protect your family. I don't know why that person's there.
I agree.
I'm not gonna wait, and then, you know, I think most people would do that. To me, that's the right thing to do, protect your family.
I would not disagree with what you said.
I don't smoke cigarettes, but I do smoke a pipe.
Okay. And I smoke cigars and pipe. But here's the problem. The problem is, and I don't remember, you guys remember, that very scenario happened somewhere, and they shot the person walking up to the bedroom door, and it was the babysitter who had left something the night before, and she just let herself in to go and get it. She didn't think she would be bothering anybody, and she basically got killed. So it's dark, you're confused because you've been asleep. This lethal force stuff is touchy stuff.
Well,
Now, I understand what you're saying.
My kids are 35 and 31, so I don't have babysitters.
Okay.
But if I knew that it was no family member coming over, I wouldn't hesitate.
The problem is you don't know who it is. And then there was the Japanese guy.
The only way they can get in is they break that door open.
There was the Japanese guy in Dallas, Texas a few years ago. It was Halloween. He was in a costume, and he spoke poor English, and he was lost, and he walked up to a door in an affluent neighborhood. He knocked on the door for directions. The door, because they've been doing trick-or-treat, was unlocked, and it creaked open, and he stepped in. "Oh, no, hello, hello." Boom! They shot the guy.
Well, I understand. I talk about the middle of the night, and my doors are locked, so nobody can get in. And my family is more important than worrying about some.
I'm good. I'm
Well,
good.
you're dialing 911 and you said, "Stop or I'll shoot you." It gives you shows that you're scared, shows that you're acting, and you have given him a proper warning.
And there was no premeditation.
Right, and then he comes forward and you shoot him. You have a recording of that incident, you know.
I would defend my family
on
too.
your mobile than it is to take out a tape recording and record
No,
them.
but I mean, if I hear somebody come up the stairs and that's the first sound I hear, and I don't have time to get my wife on the other side of the
You
bed.
gotta do what you gotta do. Let's finish. Go
You
ahead.
said the police were sheepdogs. The police aren't sheepdogs, they're wolves, period.
Well,
You
so you got a
said
ticket.
three guys would attack a person open carrying. That's crap too, because criminals are cowards. That's why they're criminals.
Oh.
Rick, you should be working on open carry.
Wait a second,
Open
wait a minute,
carry, not
wait a
concealed.
minute, wait a minute. The concept that criminals are cowards is the kind of thing that gets you killed. Let me tell you something about criminal mind. There are sociopaths and there are psychopathic behavior. Psychopathic behavior is bizarre, there's nothing you can do about it, you're in deep trouble. Fortunately, they tend to not want to be around people and they're all lower whacker drive living in cardboard boxes. Sociopaths, on the other hand, are not necessarily stupid. Gangbangers are, typically, but they're easily identifiable. I will not regale you with Ted Bundy and his feats, but I can tell you stories that show you he was a very articulate, likable, intelligent guy. Here's the problem with Gacy, yes. Here's the problem. The problem with a sociopath is it's always, by definition, whatever the medical thing is, it's low self-esteem and controlling. It's sociopaths that do domestic violence. It's sociopaths that do rape. Sociopaths cannot let you, their personality will not allow you to best them. We teach you never to confront a sociopath, to give in and let him think he's winning until it's too late, and then when you have no other choice and he thinks he's won, you shoot him. And he never sees it coming. But if you puff up your chest at him, he puffs his bigger. If you do anything towards that threatens him, he has to step it up.
Okay, what's the chances of seeing three sociopaths like that all together hanging around with each other?
Well, if they're
I don't think they like each other.
gangbangers, you do. Otherwise, sociopaths usually have partners. They have somebody that helps them.
Yeah, but if I could chime in, I was calmly being